All right then, so I've got this Trek Fuel Plus EX, so it's the e-bike with a TQ motor. There's the motor. This is the first ride. I'm just gonna go up now and just do a bit of a trail explore with this. Trail riding, all mountain, 350 watt peak, weighs in about 20.5 kilos without pedals, with pedals 21, just 20.99. Turn it on, it's quite easy. You just press this button. Now we've got 3 power modes. Now I haven't touched any of the settings. Don't need to. It's got walk mode. We're gonna go give it a play. My own saddle on it. I haven't changed the grips. Initial impressions, comfort position, feels fantastic. I love the shifting, the SRAM 70 shifting. Absolutely dead quiet. Can't hear a thing. Feels like just enough. Bike feels light. The way the power moves on is subtle actually. It has to work with pressure. If you don't, so if I don't put pressure on the pedals, the bike almost stops. More torque related, you've got to keep pressure. Not a massive amount actually. Full power mode, I have to say. Okay, first feeling off-road, well, white road. Very quiet. I haven't got it in firm mode. I got the suspension open. So quiet. This bike is legendarily quiet. Cannot hear the motor. If they made it quieter, it was already quiet, but barely above the sound of the tyre noise on the gravel. And when you go on a looser bit, it sounds a little bit more, but not much. Don't forget the video is sponsored by Liat. Today I'm riding trail, so I've taken the face guard off. Enduro helmet, can breathe more easily. I'm not going to do anything dangerous, I'm going to take it easy. And without the face guard, I mean, it feels like a solid helmet. I feel pretty good. Anyway, thanks to Liat for sponsoring the video, and let's get on with it. So I'm running away from horseflies a lot because the season, here's a nice slow climb, or gentle climb, sorry. You can't hear the motor. It sounds like it's in the background with the rest of the noise. First impressions on the first transfer ride. This bike is absolutely dead silent. Absolutely dead silent. The 25k, I can't hear a thing. I want to try it against the 50, but I think this motor, they've improved it since the previous version. I'm sure it wasn't this quiet beforehand. Okay, this ride is sublime. Power's just about right, actually. If you're any heavier than me, maybe you need to push a bit harder. Any lighter than me, and you're gonna have no issue. Power to weight ratio for my fitness feels about right. Got some grip today on this road. Normally it's just like a dust mountain. Do a quick specification test. Bontrager line wheels, Bontrager tires. They're called the Bravado. So they're 2.5s by 29er, front and rear. We've got the SRAM 70 rear derailleur with that T-type cassette. Pretty impressed with that, I have to say. Shifting feels amazing. A Flotex performance rear shock with the EX bracket. So this is an 145mm mode. You've got a flip chip here if you want. You can change the progression. We've got a 36 Fox performance fork on the front. Put my own saddle on it, which is because I always do. It's a physics saddle. We've got the TQ display, the remote here on the left, DB8 SRAM brakes. They work reasonably well. 200mm discs, 38 fork on the front, 150mm of travel on the front, 29er on the front as well. So 29er. Total bike weight 20.99 kilos with the pedals. Without the pedals is about 20.5. Taking a look at the other side, we've got here the TQ HPR60 motor. This motor is super smooth, super quiet, very impressed. And a 580 watt hour battery in the down tube. I put my water bottle on here, so I've got half a litre of water, which is added half a kilo to the bike, but I've been drinking it. The charger point is here, very easy to get to. Color looks good, the design looks good. This bike doesn't even look like it's an e-bike, to be honest. Got a speed sensor on the rear disc here. To be honest, this bike looks pretty amazing. I have to say, I'm very impressed with it. The look, and it comes in at €6,000, 5,990. Pretty impressive bike. Excellent value in my opinion. If I was to sit there and say, what could I change about this? I would just have a better saddle for me, but that's my preference. Grips I might improve as well for me, but that's my preference. Brakes maybe a little weak, possibly, but apart from that, from the specification point of view, I'm very impressed. Absolutely dead silent. There's no noise downhill. You hear the gravel noise and you hear the wind. You hear nothing. There's no noise here and you hear the freewheel when you're freewheeling. To date, this sounds like the quietest bike I've ever ridden. Now, I want to know if this TQ motor has quietened it down compared to the HPR60, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, but also obviously frame acoustics, they could have worked on that. There's lots of things that could be happening here. Right, here's a proper climb. It's absolutely, this is steep. This is like 25%, 30%, and I feel fine. As you can hear, I can talk completely normally. Bike's moving along. You can hear the motors straining a little, but not much. It's staying quieter. Pretty impressive bike. A ride down. This is just about the right type of trail for this bike. So, all mountain type trail. No noise. Can't hear a thing apart from me speaking. I can hear my watch rattling on my hand more than I can hear the bike. It's a bit greasy today. Suspension setup's good. Bike feels stable. I think we could do with some stronger brakes. Oh, father. Yeah, I don't know if it's the pads or we could improve the discs. I feel they haven't got as much bite as I would like. I mean, they work. I would like a slightly better brake. Maven might be better. See what it does like on this. Smooth, sublime. This is a great trail bike. Nippy in the corners, try it around. It comes back. The lightweight makes such a difference on the acceleration. Yes. There we go. Yeah. Let's keep going in this trail. Bike, right trail, right time. So important. It's not high-speed trail. This is more guidato, as they say in Italian. Bike goes into the corners absolutely perfectly, straight in. Body position feels easy to find in the center over the front enough to weight it. Grip is pretty good. Tires roll well. Enough grip for this kind of trail condition, and the bike is very nimble. No overrun. Normally I like a bit of overrun on that bit there. Ow! Wasted all the plants down. Just ripped me apart. Mountain biking. I think I've made a hole in my finger. It's brambles. Oh my god, I just stabbed myself in the foot now. Look at that. Bramble. Thank you, Bramble. Appreciate that. So what we've got here is the perfect place for a mid-trail ride coffee break. It's called Divino, and it's in a place called Badia Passignana. Amazing location. You've got to see this. There's a pub. Right, let's have a look at the bike. I want to talk a bit about the motor, actually. The motor is probably one of the most complementary cycling motors out there. It's so smooth and so torquey in the sense that it's connected to the rider. The torque inputs of the rider versus the power are so subtle and so well in synchronization with each other and the rider that there's nothing that I've ridden that feels like this, to be honest. I mean, if you dump a whole load of power through it, you wouldn't feel what they've done with the software tuning. It's really impressive. I'm very impressed. So yeah, we'll do a range test when we get back for the conclusion. We've used about 20% of the battery, 350 meters of climbing. Not too bad. This bike is turning out to be quite an impressive thing. This is a first ride, remember? I've noticed that full power in the stock setting is actually a little bit too much for me, maybe. I could back it off 10%. Normal power, or the trail mode, or whatever they call it, is pretty good. Probably could be a little bit more, so I might have to tune that. An eco it's all right. It allows you to go slow and look at the view. Okay, a bit of single track up and down trail. You can't hear the motor. You can hear the birds, you can hear the leaves, hear the wind, no motor noise. You can hear the gear shift. The bike is the quietest bike I've ever used. It's a bit of a climb, you just shift down, barely hear it. You can just hear it, but very impressive. Power delivery feels like a normal bicycle. Absolutely synchronized with the rider. No trouble at all. No cadence induced only or torque induced. Completely in sync. They've done an excellent job to play with them. Here we are, scooting along at speed limit. It's a slight incline. It's pretty nice. Definitely a trail bike in this setup. I love it. This is an amazing trail bike. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm riding trails. I'm not riding enduro here. And this thing, super impressive. Apart from the amazing views I get to do on this trail ride, what do I think of the bike? Well, honestly, for a first ride experience, trail ride, I've got all my settings right. I think I can probably tune the rear suspension a little bit, make it just a touch softer. I'm impressed. To say this HPR60 on the first ride is quite impressive. It's got more than enough power for any medium to high level fitness rider. A low level fitness rider with fitness might struggle a little bit. Not in the turbo mode, you're just going to go a little bit slower maybe. But if you're in shape or you're just getting into shape, this thing is fantastic, I have to say. Really in sync. The power mode is completely in sync with the rider. You feel like when you put the pressure on the pedals, the motor responds. It responds smoothly. It's not connected to the cadence, so if you do a little bit more cadence, it doesn't like suddenly give you a turbo boost. It's not an accelerator. I wasn't expecting it to ride as smoothly and as well as it does. We did 1.5 hours. Okay, so let's give you some stats about this motor and the ride and what we did. So I used 810 calories, all right? So that gives you an idea. Did an average speed of 13 kilometers an hour. We did 500. Oh, hang on a minute. We did a cumulative gain of 600 meters, cumulative loss of 620 more or less, because yeah, we started the clock a little bit late. Let's say average heart rate 130, maximum we got into 5%. We were in the anaerobic zone for 20% of the time, aerobic zone for 20%, fat burning for 40%, warm up for 30%. So that was pretty good. And we've used 40% of the battery. So that means, and I was mostly in turbo mode, sometimes switching to trail mode, and I wasn't pushing super hard. So that means full blast, this thing will do at least 1,200 meters, 1,300, depending on the temperature. But that's more than enough with this, and that's in lazy mode. So very good, very impressed. Remember, I weigh 92 kilos with all my gear. It's very comparable with this setting as a full power bike. So the question is, what are the benefits? Well, on the descending, I felt that the bike was lightweight. You could really throw it around the trails. You were really maneuverable, carried speed well, felt like a normal bike, absolutely dead silent. I don't see any disadvantage to this system, especially if you like cycling. If you have a motor that's this smooth and this quiet and this nice to ride, you don't need boost around in like with 750 watts or 1,000 watts. You just don't need it. This thing kind of cancels that need to do that, in my opinion. That was the first ride. We should have more rides going on later on the week, and I'm going to do a proper bike test out of that. This is more like a look at the motor, let's say. First ride with the motor. All right, I hope you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.